evening to all my team members and Miss Amalia. Thank you for joining us today. We are very sorry for taking your precious time, but we really appreciate for your cooperation to be with us today. Let me get things clear for you. In the first place, our lecturer, Madam Norilauti, for introduction to English, have assigned us to do an interview with people that are head in charge of departments or the big bosses that still operate things even during the MCO because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we are very appreciate for you to be here, and so that we can have some good input from you. So I think if we don't have anything else to add it, especially from other team members, if you have anything to say, so uh, we may start now, Miss Amalia.
Sure.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much.
Okay. This meeting will start. The first question will start for me. Okay. I would like to ask you. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? No, Miss Amalia.
Okay, my name is Nur Amalia binti Anwar. I am 27 years old. And I come from Ipoh Perak, but currently living in Kuala Lumpur in Putrajaya. I've been working with Ministry of Finance for a year. A year. And previously I worked with private sector, which is with Astro Radio and also Petronas. And my current job scope is handling international matters in Ministry of Finance Malaysia. Yeah, that's all.
So you like promoted to government sector?
Yes, it's from private. I work with private sector before, and then now I work with government.
Okay.
That's good.
Three of you. Hello. Do you have anything to add?
Uh, I think we don't.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I may proceed. I may proceed to the second question. Okay. So okay, Miss Amalia, before the whole COVID situation, how do you manage things? I mean, in your company, as an executive in your company, and what do you do? What is a typical day like? I mean, like every day we used to go to work from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., something like that. So during this COVID-19, how do you manage things in the current situation? Yeah, before COVID-19.
Before the COVID-19 pandemic, I would say my work daily routine is normal as other executive or officers actually. It's just that my job scope is handling the international matters, and I do deal with a government institution abroad. So what can I say is that most of the time I will travel for meeting actually. It's like 4 or 5 times a year. I will sometimes go to Japan or Korea, mostly Asian countries, because I'm in charge of Asian area. And also, as for the internal matters, when I handle local issues, local government issues, my daily routine in the office would just require me to attend meetings, replying emails, attending discussions, or meeting other ministry, deals with other ministry on certain issue. And usually, most of the, usually towards the end of the year, most of the Ministry of Finance officer will be very busy with the next year budget preparation and also economic projection for the next coming year for 2021 and 2022. As mentioned by Anik just now, my work duration for the day is like normal officers is from 8 a.m., 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., 9 hours. That is a normal one. But usually I will usually my work time is not flexible because I deal with other countries, so the time is different. So what I can say is I finish it.
Oh, okay.
Would you guys like to add anything else?
So like when you say you like often go abroad and meet the foreign executive, so between that and your during your work routine in Malaysia, so which one has more often you meet people face to face?
Face to face.
So what you often go and meet people rather than
Which
just sitting in the office.
in Malaysia meet people face to face. Is it what you mean?
Between your work at your work abroad and your work in the country, which of these two you often meet people most
Oh,
face to
okay.
face?
Obviously, I think both actually. But I think if I travel abroad, then I will meet people more frequently because the purpose of us going abroad is actually to discuss uh, to discuss on international matter on to get agreement on some issue. So I think if I go abroad, I tend to meet people more, especially during meeting or seminar uh, or even during tea time to discuss on certain things. Yeah.
The busy woman. And for the third question, Hadi, would you like to continue?
Yes, given the current coronavirus situation, is there any change on how you operate things?
Okay.
Is there any changes on how you
Operating.
operate things? You know how you deal with your staff and
Yeah.
everything?
Okay. Answer to that question. Of course, everything is different. The crisis has demonstrated the importance of social distancing and also having a social protection system to our own self and also our community actually. And first of all, the COVID-19 situation as all of us know, it has impacted our daily life routine as a whole, actually, where we have to wear masks, practice social distancing, and to wear sanitizers frequently. And I believe this somehow lead to discomfort situation for most people. And for instance, it might be time consuming for us to line up buying groceries and many more. And but we don't have choice. We as a nation, we actually don't have a choice because we have to follow what government asks us to do. Um, and we are actually surviving this crisis together. Okay, and then secondly, what I can say is that in terms of the work situation, the MCO period required people to work from home. Hence, adapting to the new culture is not an easy thing actually. The good thing is we can stay at home and do domestic stuff at the same time. But the challenges with certain urgent matters that require face-to-face discussion can be challenging, especially in making decision on some issue. And then the next point, thirdly, is that I think the major impact is that amazingly all employees or employer, regardless of age and gender, are able to use technology as the main medium of communication in daily life. So even students and teachers are practicing the same thing. The crisis do accelerate technology adoption actually, and COVID-19 could create opportunities to embrace digital transformation to enhance efficiency and to reduce risk. I believe all of you would know better since you are the IT students. Yeah.
Yeah.
Universities too use digital. You see, like we are meeting now, we use confront visual. Like we don't use to meet a person face to face. So this is a safer ways. Except like me and my sister, like side to side because we are in the same house. So, yep. Moving to the
distance.
fourth. Yeah, social distance.
So does it mean like you
Okay.
also work from home, Miss Amalia? Like you using the Teams or what? Or you still attend like the usual thing, like the usual day?
Uh, at the current moment, I we have to go to work. We have to go to the office. But previously, of course, we are doing the same thing like all of you guys students do,
Yep.
where we use Zoom, we use Microsoft Teams and all that. We prefer video conferencing rather than to meet
Face to
people
face.
eye to eye, yes.
Okay.
For the fourth question, Tariq, would you like to continue?
Okay. So is there any challenges that you face in doing job using during the MCO period? If it is so, what are those challenges?
Okay, what I can say, for me, the main challenges is I tend to eat more. Oh no, I'm just joking. Okay, professionally speaking, the first week of MCO, I tend to I think all of people are still struggling with new normal routine, and after a week, then only for me, I will be able to discipline myself. I'm trying to set up a workstation at home, and the main challenges is, like I said just now, is to adapt to the new routine. And actually working from home, our product it's not that easy, as our productivity might suffer in short term. If we are in the office, we can be productive the whole day since we are with our colleagues. But at home, no one are watching us. And then that's the first challenges. And then the second challenges is that the communication among co-workers. When we work from home, the priority change. What I mean by change is that some co-workers, we know that some people are married, some people have kids. They have to handle other households commitment. So they have to plan their kids to some of mom. For instance, they have to plan their kids video conferencing, tuition or classes and all that. So that quite can be quite the challenges for the employees. And then because of that, I need to put in mind to get used to working at a different time with my co-workers. For me, I'm still single, so it's okay for me to work all the time. But for other people, it's different. Thirdly, what I can say is that when you stay at home, you don't have friends to mingle with, which means this could lead to lack of motivation in operating things. For instance, what I did is that I would just adjust myself to have a virtual coffee breaks with my friends. For instance, after work drinking session, not face to face, but
No
virtual.
contact.
But at the same time, we are having coffee and discussing things.
Yeah.
That could be a different
Oh.
situation. And then yeah, and then the fourth challenges for me is that it's about trust. Where how is that working from home? You can ensure that you gain trust from your superior, or you can trust your staff or colleagues. Yes. So can be challenges because you don't really trust people. If you get a very strange boss, they don't trust people. So I'm grateful that my colleague or my boss, my immediate boss, is someone who would focus on the outcomes of my work rather than the activity. So in most of our discussion, we set a clear goals, we have a clear outputs, so that we can deliver work efficiently instead of asking what are you doing all the time. If you are asking your subordinate what you are doing all the time, means you don't have trust on your subordinate. So the
That's
trust, that is one of the challenges. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, if I may.
So okay.
Regarding what you said about trust, so I just wanted to know a thing. during the MCO, people tend to bounce to their home rather than go outside. So they may spend more time online and do the media social things, online shopping, streaming, or whatsoever. So there will also be a risk of scammers and hackers attack. So did Ministry of Finance face this kind of offense? Like, and how often? Do you yourself experience one during the MCO?
Yes, actually yes. But when I experience this kind of things, I don't really work from home because this is urgent meeting.
Matters, yeah.
Yeah,
This
we
is
have
the
to
urgent
discuss
matter.
urgent and also confidential things, confidential issue. So I go to work and I use if I'm not
SOP system.
yes, we're still practicing SOP, but at the same time I can't remember what apps I use, but if I'm not mistaken, Zoom ke?
Is it web app? WebEx.
Web WebEx, not WebEx. Not WebEx. It's something weird, but I can't remember what's the name are. But we do have this sort security issue. When we are going to start this one meeting, previously among ministry actually, some of our IT advisor from IT department, actually they advise us that certain apps dangerous because
Yeah.
people can
There's a
really
malware, adware,
yes.
we learn to stay.
So
Yeah, malware.
once we change everything. Because in the meeting, we really look into the right app to use because this thing happened, yeah.
This thing is for the government safety and for the people also.
Yes. Because
President.
Okay. For the fifth question, sorry.
Okay, so when the quarantine is finally over and everything is running normal, how would the company run? So would the company run as normal as before, or would you expect some changes to maybe prevent this whole situation to combat the COVID-19?
yes, in terms of the work content, what I can see is everything is just the same. However, the situation on how we operate things are different. Everything becomes different. We are adapting to new way of life, and what I observe is that video conference has become the main instrument in conducting meetings, even until now. And social distancing has been the major new norm that we have to adapt to. Apart from that, I think that's the main changes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your answer. So, any members would like to add anything, or we can proceed to the next question, which is Zuhai.
Okay, if there's no more additional question, then I will proceed. Okay, so as you know, things are starting to get getting better during the PKPP. So, is there any adjustment that you would like to implement regarding the SOP, the new normal things, and if so, can you tell us what is it?
Okay. In my
Something you
opinion,
want to add or you want to touch up, want to make a difference bit?
in my opinion, looking at how things operate now, everything is under control. What government has implemented is very useful for us citizens in terms of social distancing to keep our life safe, to maintain our cleanliness and all that. I think what government did until now is all perfect, under control. But in terms of adjustment of talking about the economic kind of situation, I would rather and I would prefer on to give opinion on how we may move forward. for instance, for me, the recovery phase is important, and we must ready for the post-crisis to begin. What I mean by post-crisis is how we want to recover our economic situation currently. And new normal environment must be taken into consideration at the same time. For instance, we just know that how school start to operate and all that, all of us taking into consideration the
Seems like
new.
everything is going back to normal, but there are certain things that are still under control by the government.
Yes. So I believe from the crisis, we must learn from experience. This is a valuable experience that we can't get anywhere else. And I'm sure that our generation, not my generation, you guys' generation,
Yeah.
you guys haven't experienced this
No.
kind of situation
No
before.
one has ever.
Yes. So this can be a new experience that we can tell our
Our
children later. And then and I believe that this crisis provide a window of opportunity for Malaysia to enhance our protection system. And we should actually focus on, currently as I am working for international department and I'm dealing stuff with international people. So what we in the division do is that we are rethinking and thinking on how we can open our border for outsiders to come. We can't continuously close our border because as we know that this pandemic, this crisis might take 2 or 3 years until we get the vaccine. So yeah, that's what I can see.
So yes. After that, basically this whole pandemic thing, we all are facing it together. And as a Malaysian, Miss Amalia, wow, what do you feel, or what is your opinion about this pandemic regarding to us as a citizen of Malaysia?
Okay. This has been, for me, this has been a very fearful experience actually, and for most people.
We're all terrified by it
Yes.
because this
Yeah,
happened
that's
once in
fine.
time, and it
All
is
very young.
like we're all scared. Like we are not safe to go anywhere like we want. We usually play contact sports, but now we are just in the house looking at our laptops and doing stuff.
Playing
You know,
games.
Yeah, playing games. Yeah. That is what we usually do.
Yes. First, we are trying to adapt to new. First, we are terrified of staying at home for too long. We cannot go
Yeah.
outside. Second, we are terrified of the disease itself,
Pandemic,
the
yeah.
pandemic itself. So for me, it has been very tough, challenging,
Stressful.
stressful. Yes, because me working in the international division, we have a very large event which is APEC for this year, but we have to postpone that to next 2-3 years. This has been very challenging because everything has to be postponed, and then I can bet that next year will be a very hectic and troubling year for everybody because we are catching up to get to struggle for the recovery phase.
And this is the additional information. Malaysia, the government has lost like 2.4 during the MCO period. The government has lost like 2.4 billion of Malaysian ringgit per day. So we really need to recover back our economy and stabilize our economy.
Yeah, and that's why I think citizen must obey the government in order to settle this quickly, so we can recover back our industrial sector.
Yeah, we must all follow the SOP.
Yeah. And if this recording have a chance to be viewed by the people outside, what will be your message to them, Miss Amalia?
Okay, I would say we are not alone in struggling to fight this pandemic, this COVID-19.
All in this together.
Yes.
Like the High School Musical. You watch them? Okay.
Yeah, as family.
Yes. So everyone is struggling. Everyone is, for instance, students cannot apa SPM tu postpone kan?
Yeah,
If
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not mistaken, ha.
The
Everyone
SPM will
is
be held on January next year.
so everyone is struggling. So what I can say is try to be patient. Believe that everyone is
We are like,
experiencing the same things.
although we are far apart, we are side by side. We are like side by side in this pandemic thingy.
And try to learn something from this experience. What we can do better next time. And I believe this is also, this pandemic has taught us to be very experienced exploring the digital technology
Yes.
things, kind of things. Like even veteran officers or veteran caucus, previously they don't even know about what is Zoom, what is WebEx, what is Skype.
Skype.
But now everyone everyone know everything. So for me, I would say everyone have to use
Have to be patient and face it like others.
yes, and use this opportunity, what we have been experiencing, to get better, to be better next time.
Okay. Okay. I agree with you on that one. Yep. So, is there anything else?
Anyone
You want
would like to add anything?
No, I
Adi?
think that's it for now. No.
Okay, so if that's it, I guess the interview session is over. Thank you for Miss Amalia for joining us in this lovely interview session today. I hope you have a good time with us. And thank you for the relevant information regarding the topic that we discussed today. So
And
yeah,
we are
thank you.
very sorry for any inconveniences. Yeah, they
No,
are very
yes.
Yes.
And thank you too for
Tori, Hadi, and Zuhair.
Hadi and Zuhair.
Yeah,
Zuhair. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you for spending your time, Miss Amalia.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
It's okay.
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 So yeah, that's
So
it.